Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
Millionaires are being made all season long at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. One-week fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Got a player who's hurt? No problem. Injuries won't derail your shot at victory because it's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. Pick your team in minutes, and you could be on your way to winning huge cash. This season, one listener turned $10 into $5,000. Another turned $2 into $10,000. And a new millionaire has been crowned nearly every week this season at DraftKings.com. You could be next. Imagine winning $1 million in one day just playing fantasy football at DraftKings. Head to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play free in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Enter Spreaker now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com. And we are here again once more into the fray, my friends. 87 Sports Fans Live. It is the Monday, December 8th, 2014 edition. I am Keith Grieve from 87sportsfans.com, flying solo. My partner in crime, Stephen Taylor, being dragged through the rigors of what we like to refer as the day job. It owns our souls. The phone number to call in, kids, 585-633-7487. That's 585-633-7487. If you want to call and talk about anything going on your radar, don't hesitate to call. I am flying solo, and that means that I am going unscripted tonight, folks, for the first hour. Good luck. I have no idea where this is going to take us. You can also hit me up on Twitter at 87sportsfans. 585-633-7487. So, hopefully, if you're what we call a sports fan, you're watching Monday Night Football, and the Falcons just scored to make it 31-13, extra point about to ensue. But this game was 31-7 at the half. Being a Bears fan, I hate to give Green Bay any credit. It's one of those things that just eats away at my soul to have to be positive and not have nasty things to say about the Green Bay Packers. But kids, they are the best team in football right now. And it blows my mind because there's no way that this defense should be able to perform the way that they are. They should not be able to win this many games with this defense. But they are, whether it's all due to Aaron Rodgers making life easy on the defense. But I would have never guessed the Green Bay Packers would be playing football at this level at the beginning of the season, especially after week one. They're 9-3 now, undefeated at home, which doesn't surprise anybody. They're always good at Lambeau, but they are playing better. They're better than the Patriots, folks. I'm trying. Who else could even be in the same realm? Really, I mean, it's them and the Patriots. It was the Cardinals for a little while. That honeymoon is over. Sorry, Arizona fans. As soon as Carson Palmer went down, I know Arians loves Drew Stanton. You're not going anywhere. 585-633-7487. Philadelphia, no, they're 9-4. In spite of their issues. And even before Mark Sanchez took over, Nick Foles wasn't all that great. Dallas is waffling, and Tony Romo's injured. Like I said, Arizona's 10-3. Seattle is rounding into form, 9-4, but they haven't been doing it like Green Bay's been doing it for as long as Green Bay's been doing it this year. You got the Pats at 10-3, but they lost to Green Bay, so they're out of the equation. Denver 10-3, maybe Denver's up there. Indianapolis 9-4, big gutsy win on the road yesterday. Come from behind, last second. Maybe Denver. Maybe Denver is as good as Green Bay. And Denver, I think, is more lethal now that C.J. Anderson has emerged. Monty Ball, have a nice life. Ship him. Keep Ronnie Hillman as your backup. C.J. Anderson is your running back, Denver. It's just that simple. Taking a quick trip around the stats for this game. First downs, Green Bay 22-11. That's for in one half. Green Bay hasn't even touched the ball for the second half yet. Aaron Rodgers, 18-25 for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns. Eddie Lacy, 8 carries for 56 yards. What happened to the Falcons? I mean, all of a sudden, Julio Jones is got 6 catches for 179 yards, but there has been no resemblance to any of the past Falcons teams that were at least borderline contenders. There's been nothing even remotely close to that on this team, and everybody's been healthy for the most part. Couple nicks and bruises, couple offensive linemen. And yet Mike Smith's job is reportedly safe. And not that Mike Smith is a bad coach. We've talked about this before. You want to talk about a guy whose message seems to have gone dead, whose voice is not being heard in the locker room? It happens. Coaches are in one spot for too long. It's not a knock on Mike Smith. Maybe his time's up. I don't know. It happens. If Lovie Smith can get fired after a 10-win season, coaches expire. Has Mike Smith's shelf life been surpassed? It sure seems like it. It sure seems like there's something different that's needed in Atlanta. Maybe I'm wrong. 585-633-7487. At 87sportsfans is the Twitter feed. So, 31-14 now. Packers have a 2nd and 20. And we'll talk all NFL at the top of the hour when Jim Saranteas from the fantasygreek.com joins us. Let's bounce around the NBA, shall we, kids? A double overtime game between the Washington Wizards and the Boston Celtics. 133-132 is the final. Jeff Green with 28 points for the C's. Marcus Smart with 23. Evan Turner chips in 18. Rajon Rondo, only 21 minutes. 0 for 3 from the floor. 4 assists. 3 turnovers. That's just not going to get it done, kids. That's just not going to get it done. For the Wizards, 28 points from Paul Pierce, 26 from John Wall, 21 from Gortat, 17 from Chris Humphries. Yeah, I know they went to double overtime, but 17 from Chris Humphries? Really? 9 boards. Gortat, 12 boards. How about John Wall with 17 assists? Now, I am the king of over-emotional reactions, making judgments based on a small snapshot. But do you all realize how hard it is to get 17 assists in an NBA game? I don't know what the metric is, how rare it is, but sure we see 10, 11, 12, and again, double overtime helped, but 17 assists out of one of your main offensive threats. John Wall's not a pass first point guard. The Wizards are getting sneaky good, but they almost can't sneak up on people anymore. They're 14-6. They're third in assists per game. They're fifth in points allowed. They're 18th in scoring. I'd rather have a medium, middle of the road offensive team and a top 5 defensive team. You can win with that, especially in the Eastern Conference. When we're talking about maybe 1 or 2 teams, I know the records would lead you other ways, but at the end of the year, it's going to be either the Bulls or the Cavs. It's just going to. And the Wizards don't really match up all that well. I mean, there's nobody that can even remotely stand a chance checking LeBron. Paul Pierce is too old. So it would be curious to see what would happen if the Cavs and them meet. The Bulls, on the other hand, it might be a different story. The Bullets and the Bulls series, that might be a pretty good series. Derrick Rose versus Washington, or John Wall. That would be a matchup of what we would call must-see TV. You know, God, I didn't even realize that till I just clicked on it. Derrick Rose versus John Wall. You gonna go anywhere when that game's on TV? If you're a basketball fan, I sure as hell wouldn't. The Washington Wizards. Part of me just wants to call them the Bullets out of spite. Still, I'm not gonna lie. Should never change that name. I don't care what the murder rate is in D.C. Washington Bullets, classic. Yeah, it's classic. I said it's classic. The Cleveland Cavaliers, 110. The New Jersey Nets. Brooklyn Nets. 88. Cleveland scores 35 points in the third quarter. Kevin Love with 19, LeBron with 18. Love and Anderson Varejao with 14 boards apiece. Tristan Thompson with another 12. Out-rebounded the Nets 55-33. Kyrie Irving with 7 points and 5 assists on 2 of 10 shooting. For the Nets, Garnett with 14. Darren Williams with 13 and 11 assists. Jerome Jordan, 12 points. Sergei Karasev with 11. Those are your double digiters. Cavaliers may just be finding their mojo. Anybody, look, if you really thought they were going to lead this thing wire to wire, then you don't understand basketball, sports, chemistry, all the chaos and nonsense that goes with putting a winner together. If you really thought the Cavaliers were going to come in and lead this thing wire to wire, then that was just silly. Now the question is, how fast can they find their mojo? How fast do they need to find it? They're in the Eastern Conference. If Cleveland makes the playoffs as, I don't know, let's throw out some ungodly scenarios, like a 6 seed or a 5 seed. No, I don't think it's going to happen, but let's say they do. Are you going to worry about them? Because they got to go on the road? I wouldn't. That's just me, though. They've won their last 7 after their little 4-game losing streak. They've beaten Orlando, beaten Washington, beaten Indiana, beat Milwaukee, but beat the Knicks, nothing to jump and shout about. Beat Toronto at Toronto. Now tomorrow, big game, home against Toronto.